There I am. Okay, nobody's watching, and that's just as well. But we're online. And we're good. 6 o'clock. I'm at. Okay. Good evening, all. Yeah, both of us. Ah, Roberta, now it's 2. We got 3 watching. All right. Great. Okay, a couple things. Business. Broadcasting 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Including tonight, there are 9 more broadcasts to the end of the month. If I have 26 subscribers right now. I lost 2, 3. If I don't have 50 subscribers by the end of the month, I'm done. I'm not going to beat my head on the wall. So if you like what I'm doing, hijack and kidnap and otherwise force your friends and neighbors and even the people you don't know to watch. Okay? Real simple. There's 2 that I know of. There's a 3rd one. You're lurking out there. Stop lurking. Let me know who you are. It's people like you, the lurker back there, who won't say anything, that makes me wonder, why am I even doing this? So, your fingers aren't broken. I know they aren't. Come out and say something. Come out of the closet, honey.
They're in Narnia.
Yeah, or are you so far back in the closet you get a foot in Narnia and you're stuck?
Yeah.
Which brings me to the subject of tonight. Roberta made a comment about those who are simply, that's a bad, let me try that again. Those who have no desire to transition and are cross-dressers, either part-time or full-time. And I guess I've been neglecting you guys. So that's what's going to be the subject matter tonight, pretty much. That and another one. Somebody posted a comment about what they had done Saturday with Tony Lynn. And I made a comment about her having a positive attitude toward the frustration of the weekend. So, to me, it's the way she presents things, not half full glass or half empty glass, but I look at life as I have a glass. And it's my choice to do with it as I wish. You know, somebody can say, oh, your glass is half empty. Others will say it's half full. In either case, I have the glass. Go from there. Do with the glass as you will. If it's half full, drain it, give it away to somebody who needs it, or nothing. If it's half empty, fill it up the rest of the way. That's real simple. Not that kind of lurking, Dee Dee. Not that kind of lurking. Because if I got 3 people watching and 2 commenting, that means there's a 3rd lurker out there. So you can say something. That's my key. My problem. That's the way it is. I made dinner last night. My great porkfection roast. Pork loin, wrap in bacon, toothpick it all together so it doesn't shrink and fall off. Rotisserie or bake. Yum. Mashed potatoes, mixed veg, gravy. Oh, good. Good, 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 good. Pork loin wrapped in bacon. If you want to fancy it up even more, you can get it like a 1 part soy sauce, 2 parts of maple syrup, good maple syrup. Not Aunt Jemima corn syrup. I mean, the proper pure stuff. Pour over that and keep it basting. I know you're not lurking. You're out there talking a lot. You're out and about with everybody else. And that's good. But I was talking about the cross-dresser. Those who will go to their secret stash, put on some clothing, and be happy as a clam. Probably never go out of the house, but they're happy and enjoy themselves. That's what I used to be. I think many of us used to be. But it starts out with that, and then it just kind of grows. No, not Caro syrup. Maple syrup. Caro syrup, even dark, don't give the same flavor. You got to spend the extra money on maple syrup, the pure stuff. Vermont, Canadian, immaterial, Maine. It doesn't make any difference who, but good, proper maple syrup. 2 parts of that, 1 part soy sauce, and maybe if you have at most a half a cup worth, drizzle it over as it's rotisserating, kind of baste it as you go. Ooh, good. You can spiffy it up a little bit with some garlic flakes, garlic powder, garlic granules, garlic to your taste. If you don't like garlic, don't bother putting it in. No need. But that adds a little sweetness to it. You can, I think it was maybe either maple cured bacon or beechwood aged bacon. What's the word I want to use? Hickory smoked. Been cross-dressing for years and never moved beyond that. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's their comfort level. That's as far as they want to go, or as far as they feel they can go for whatever a million reasons. Go with it. I don't care if you never cross-dress. Just don't go beating us up because we do. Caro was bland when I was a kid. Haven't had any for 60 years or so now. I don't care for it either. It's good as maybe a syrupy mix with something else, but by itself, yuck. Oftentimes there are some afraid to walk down a sidewalk with dress or even partially dressed, perhaps allowing a little projection. Yeah. There was a time, oh my God, the world will descend upon me because yeah. Been there on every stage of it all along the way. Know it real well. Know how it is. Till you finally get tired of being afraid of hiding. And you just say, nuts with it. And just get out there and do it. That's the only thing I can figure. That's what happened with me. I got tired of hiding.
So your sister dragged you out?
And I think my big step, I came out to my sister, and she allowed us how my choice of clothing was sort of lacking, and that I needed to go shopping and get something better. So she went and proceeded to properly drag me out. Oh my God. What a wonderful time that was. What a frightening. We got to the mall, and we had gone to a store that I knew of, and the owner opened up an hour early just for us. It was great. We left there and went to the mall. You would know the place, Roberta, Fox Run Mall.
I've been there.
And we're in the mall doing a little shopping here, a little shopping there. And we're pretty well deep into the mall. My sister sits down on the bench by the food court, says, I'm done. What do you mean? She says, my legs have given out. I can't go another step. You'll have to go back to the car and come around on this side, pick me up. I looked at her. I had fully dressed several times, notably in Chicago and Annapolis, Maryland, with Brandy and others. Yep, you have. And good on you. But I had to go back through the mall solo because she wasn't going to come with me. To go back out to the parking lot to get in my car to drive around to the other side. Okay. Off I go. Boobs up, chin up, and away I go. Eyes straight forward, don't look, don't dawdle, don't attract any attention, and oh my God, here comes a gaggle of teenage girls. The bane of every cross-dresser, because they have radar eyes and they can spot you. They didn't, or they weren't paying attention because they were busy gabbling among themselves. But it dawned on me right there and then on the spot. I can't turn and look at their butt. All right? I mean, think about that a minute. If you're a guy, they walk by, you can kind of turn like, yay, cool, nice view. You can't do that. You know, bad luck, a drawback. I hadn't thought about that one. Hiding is stressful. Over the years, the stress can take a toll. Getting past the hiding takes a big weight off the shoulders. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, yes, it does. So I get to the door, heading out. Some old geezer holds the door open for me and gives me a wink. Oh, great. I don't need a pickup at this point. Quick smile, nod. Out I go to the car. Hop in the car, look around. He's not following me. Yay. Drive around, pick her up. Off we go to another mall. The Salem Mall, you know where that one is. Rockingham Mall. Oh, we go there. Well, on the way we're talking and one thing and another, and the next thing I know, on comes a set of blue lights. Oh my God, that flashing blue ski rack. What now? I hadn't really paid attention, but I guess I cut the guy off. You know, license and registration. My sister starts talking with him as I'm fumbling in my purse for everything. And I have a nephew who's a police officer in upstate New York. And her son, she knows how to say the right words, the right thing. She ends up sweet talking the officer out of even bothering to look at my license and registration. And off we go. Oh my God. Remember the scene from the House of Wax when the fire happened and all the dummies are there and their faces melting off their... Yeah, that's how I felt with my makeup. Kind of like it's melting off because I'm like, oh my God. Okay. We get to the mall. We're doing some more shopping. 5 miles from home, and you didn't stop by. I didn't know you then. This is in 05, 06, somewhere around in there. I didn't even know you were even in existence them days.
You didn't know you was in existence.
We get to the mall. We're shopping. And then it dawns on me, I gotta go. I gotta go. For call of nature. Hey, Agnes, you gonna come with me? Oh, no, I don't have to go. You go by yourself. I'll sit right here. Oh, love. Here we go. Walk in, head right to the first stall I could find. In I go, close the door. Sit, making sure the shoes are pointed the right way. Oh, great. And I'm listening. I don't hear any sound or noise. Okay. Clear. No excuse, I was here. Thank you. You're welcome. You won't let me off the hook, will you? Anyway, I get out of the stall, wash my hands, and in comes another bunch of teenage girls. What is this magnet I have for teenage girls? I don't get it. But anyway, and they're yapping and talking and laughing and good with themselves. And one of them says, "My bra is killing me." She pulls her shirt off over her head to adjust it. And I'm thinking, as I'm washing my hands, don't look. Don't look. You have the perfect opportunity to look. Don't look. Fluff my hair, out the door I go. Another drawback. Okay, we're done. And by this time, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, almost 6. I'm getting hungry. I haven't eaten all day. And she says, "Let's stop." Okay. I don't think anything of it. We stop at this restaurant. 99 restaurant, by the way. Kind of like chilies, raspberries, a bunch of those sit-down chain store restaurants. And the waiter comes over. "May I help you, ladies?" No, Steffi's not hiding again. She's over next. She's at the other desk with fixing her logic boards and whatnot else. So the waiter comes over. "Can I help you, ladies?" She looked square at me. "Tell the young man what you want, dear." I haven't worked on the voice. Nasal pitch squeak. "Oh, that's number 7. I don't even know what it was. I just pointed my finger at a number. Then I gave her the evil eye. So I have my first day out in public. A solo trip to the mall. Stopped by a cop. Used the restroom. Ordered dinner. You talk about trial by fire? Yeah. But on the way home, I'm changing clothes to change back. And my sister could hear me kind of mumbling to myself like it's over and all this. She says to me in a wonderful, insightful way, "Phyliss, you have to give the puppy back." Kid goes into the pet store, he's playing with the puppy. Parents want to leave. The kid has to give the puppy back. These days, I own the pet store. The puppies are all mine. I can play with them anytime I want. But that was my story, how I ended up. Everybody has a different story of how they finally either came out or got the nerve to stay out or not care anymore.
I just went to my parents. I'm going to have a sex change. All right.
Yeah, well, you had it easy. Well, you were halfway there anyway.
Yeah, but that's all I did.
Yeah, I know. Others of us, we really didn't have that ability.
Hi, Mum, Dad, I've decided I'm going to do it and go the other way. Okay. So I did.
Yeah. Steffi was born halfway there.
Intersex.
And her parents knew it, so it was up to her to make a choice. Well, that's what she did. And her choice, this is what I ended up with.
You're not very nice.
I am.
Aye.
Yeah, that's all right. Anyhow.
Anywho.
As I said earlier, for number 3 there watching, I want to hear from you. Number 3. There's only 2 people in chat now. All right. It gets.
Thanks for getting bored.
Not bored. I'm not bored.
Hey.
I'm at a loss for subject matter. You know, I'm talking. Speaking of the problems with dressing or not dressing,
Huh?
where they want to end up with, and all that. I'm speaking to the choir here. I'm preaching to the choir. Oh, Dee Dee. Steffi, who is a friend of yours on Facebook now, she showed me some of your train layouts. Wow. Nice job.
I like some of her pictures on there. They're just like hilarious. And I shared one of them on mine. I nicked one. Told
She
you, Phyllis. Add her as a friend. Her profile is very interesting.
she Dee Dee, Steffi ripped off one of your photos.
Ah.
The one that said the first computer was an Apple. Trouble is, it has limited memory, one byte, everything crashed. Adam and Eve had it. I thought that was funny. That was a nice set of humor. That was good. That was quite funny. Roberta, if you ask Dee Dee to send it to you, you'll see it. It's really kind of cute. Oh, there's been another question in the background coming up to me about I have problems with keep going online and it said the system isn't secure and they're trying to convince me I should get a new HTTPS or something other site, new address, or go something else. I most of what I posted last was of the museum layout we were building. Yeah, but has anybody experienced any problems with security issues from my site? I haven't, and I haven't really heard anybody say anything because I know if I did, if there was an issue, I would hear it. I'm trying to convince that one person that I think it's their machine only, and not my site.
They're speaking out their ass anyway.
Hmm?
They're speaking out their ass anyway. You got friggin' server for a company and God knows what, and they've got all that.
I know. I'm just trying to convince them it's their machine, not me.
Anyway, you can't add anything anyway.
Because I trust that server. It's a inexpensive server site from New Delhi or something. And that's okay. But they're reasonably safe and secure. Oh, and speaking of India and websites, these scams that come up, we're from the IRS and we're going to have you prosecuted unless you pay us X amount of money, blah, blah, blah. Well, they busted the guy who was running that. Some 22-year-old kid, young man, who was over the last 5-6 years ago or so, has sucked up millions. And they bagged him and about 30 or so people who work for him in that whole scam business. That doesn't mean they'll never come up with it again. Somebody else will start it. But the one who was the big guy on it, they bagged him finally. Took only a couple, 2 or 3 years. So anybody that has had the dealings with those call centers that call up demanding blah, 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 and we always kind of suspected they were of Indian origin, they are. Proof positive. But hiding when cross-dressing, oh God. Was that ever tough? That was I got a little bit of, I don't want to say freedom, that wasn't the word I want to use. And not even permission. Put up with this. She put up with some of the things I did. As long as I didn't get too obvious or blatant. it was allowed. So I had to kind of understand to myself that, okay, I've got this much allowance. It's better than the poor schlub who has to hide everything in a locker downtown. I invited him to come to my address and meet my IRS bill. I know. So I figured I'm a little better off than the poor guy who's stuck having to go to his public locker the other side of town or two towns over where you got a secret stash of clothing hidden away, and he can go in there and get out something, go out in the woods and in the weeds, and put on a pair of high heel shoes and feel good. I'm better off than that. Not as good as those who are flat out full bore, full on cross dresser with a wife's permission and cooperation. I'm not there, and I'm not there. I'm in the middle. Be happy with what I have, and say that's it. I get those work for the IRS calls every so often, and I just kind of look at the phone and say, right, click, hang up. I don't even waste my time deleting them, because if you delete them, they know that you answered the phone. So just simply hang up and do nothing. Don't even say a word. And if you do get an odd call and they say something like, "Can you hear me?" your normal response would be yes. Just that saying yes, they cut and paste that voice print to other things, and now you're bagged. So, any question that asks for that, any place that calls up looking for some odd question and wanting its positive answer, say nothing and hang up. It's a jungle out there. And yeah. Oh, which reminds me, the Nigerian prince scam. That's one of the more famous ones. I used that letter with a friend of mine to pull his leg well. I didn't know if he had ever heard of it or not. I figured I'll have some fun with it. Went over to his house. Likewise, not full on because of family, too close, but a lot more comfortable than back in Maryland. Okay, that's good. Good for you where you are at. But I had taken that letter over to my buddy's house. Hey, Bill. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. So, and I kind of kept quiet and let it go on for a bit. And I didn't say much. And finally, he rises to the bait, which is what I wanted. What's wrong? What do you mean, what's wrong? You seem quiet. Well, I wasn't sure how to go about telling you. Tell me what? I'm quitting the business. I'm not doing anything. I'm moving away, and that's going to be it. What are you talking about? I am going to come into a ton of money, and I'm just going to go enjoy myself. What are you talking about? I'm going to get $5 million. And he looks at me like, what and how? I says, business deal I'm in with, going to gain me $5 billion. What are you talking about? And I showed him the letter. And he read it very carefully. I could see him reading it a second time. Wow. And I could see he's buying it. I got him hook, line, and sinker. I said, yeah, I'm not gonna ever forget you, but I'm done with this business. I'm moving away. I'm through. I've had it. And he started to, like, gonna miss you. And I said, Bill, read it one more time, carefully. But then as you read it the third time, the light started to dawn on him. And I couldn't hold it any longer, but yeah. For a few moments, he thought I'd hit the big one. And that would have set me back 5 mil, if nothing else. Halfway through the broadcast, and number 3 hasn't spoken a word yet. I'm worried about you. I'm glad I went full on. Yeah. Oh, speaking of who went full on, there's somebody news article today. Confirmation that he did it. Bruce said he had the big snip. Okay. So apparently Bruce Jenner is now minus a bit. Whacked off. Seems strange that you had 26 subscribers and only 3 watching. Again, I understand.
It was Alex who done Jenner's one.
I don't know. He doesn't say who did it. I'm sure it was.
Alex wanted us to.
Yeah, I'm sure it was the surgeon I had. And I know he's not alone.
Who?
Bruce. Yeah, I had mine. I mean, she's not alone. Yeah, I know what you mean, Roberta. I think I know who did the deed.
Yeah.
When we had ours done, Steffi had her boobs and face done, and I had my boobs and bottom done. We had a particular. Oh, there's the 4th one has come in. Who's here and welcome to you? But that particular surgeon asked. We were talking. I got to know him a bit, and
I got to know him. I didn't.
He realized. Yeah. Steffi was just owning up to the fact that the trollop that she is, she did the surgeon.
Charlie caught me.
Anyhow, the surgeon asked us if we had ability to have a guest.
Make people disappear from Hollywood.
Basically, it was make people disappear. Agro! Glad that you could make it. I'm happy for you.
I'm sure you are.
But the surgeon, the doctor had asked us if we had an ability to have a guest stay with us for a couple of weeks during recovery, and he never said who it was, but it was right after that question came about. The news was all splashed all over that Caitlin had her boobs or whatnot else, and I haven't heard much from her lately, so I haven't heard much from her or about her or anything, so I got a feeling that maybe she had the deed done, but there was nobody saying who did it or where. So I'm sure the surgeon had a place to go. Not a public hospital. There's probably some health farm where he has the ability to practice medicine or certification. But anyway, the news story this morning was it's done. And good for them. But the picture...
I'll have a look in a minute. Brucey's on my Facebook. So I can send him a message asking for him, whatever.
Oh, Steffi's gonna find out. Apparently, she knows somebody who knows somebody. Connection on the Facebook.
No, 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 no. I can get hold of them directly.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's coming up now?
So all the better. Hey, if it was our surgeon done, good for him. Our surgeon, because I know he made a ton of money over that. Because Bruce had got big bucks. That was the one thing I liked about that guy that we had, cross dressers, trans people, whatnot else. He gives us a break in cost. If you're a famous Hollywood celebrity, blah blah blah, you're paying the tab because you got the money. And see, one of the things I asked, because I heard about that Medicare was going to be covering the cost of it and Social Security and all that. I asked him if he takes Medicare, and he said nope. Too much like problems, paperwork, and whatnot else.
Begins with a C.
So I had to pay it all out of my own pocket. I did, and that's a whole nother story. But back to Agro. Got a question for you. Cross-dressing. We've had a couple of discussions, and I don't want to make light of this, but we're kind of talking about those cross-dressers who don't really have the full ability to go all the way and are pretty well relegated to the closet or an occasional outing. And what do you do if you do go out at all? So that was kind of the basic subject matter. Just what's going on. Yeah, we're just talking. I mentioned also at the outset that, including tonight, well, as it is now, we're over halfway done with this. There's 8 more broadcasts to go in that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll be broadcasting 8 more times, and if I don't have 50 subscribers by then, because right now I have like 26, I'm going to probably call this off because it becomes a lot of effort on my part for a very small audience. So if I can get more people, I'd be happy, who will watch and comment, participate. So tell your friends and neighbors, coerce them, cajole them, corner them, buttonhole them, whatever. Get them in here. That was some of the subject matter we're speaking of. Cross-dressers and how far they can go or how far they have gone. How do they get around it? What do they do about it? When they go out in public, well, A, do they go out in public? And B, if you do, what's your feelings? Oh, are we going to ever get around to doing the sheetrock on top of that?
Yeah, we're going to have to. Because I'm going to have a heat gun on there. It goes to about 700 F.
Yeah.
You might kind of set fire to things.
Mm-hmm. How does one overcome their fears of discovery? That's basically that's the gist of the whole conversation. I don't understand the ones who have significant other support yet do not come around. Yeah. I know, Agro, not that you have no support, but you kind of don't shove it in their face. Is basically how I understand your situation is, which is fine. She knows, but doesn't want to talk about it. And okay, we're good there. That kind of it's understandable. I that's kind of what I had. A case of I know what you're doing in that closet. I don't like it, and I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
That's was how it was an uneasy truce, but it worked. Well, they didn't get too blatant, obvious, and otherwise over the top. Things were all okay. What do you know? Magically, the red Stanley knife showed up where it never was before.
I haven't touched it.
It wasn't there the other day when I was looking for it.
I've been looking for it and all.
Well, there's the orange one and there's the red one right here in front of me. I can't imagine how that showed up there, but it did.
You're talking about that whole vice got put together on its own because you never done it.
Whole vice?
That thing.
Oh,
I never put it together. I wouldn't have frigging how. You got to bang it together.
Oh, originally, yeah, when the two halves were together. I have no idea how
I
that.
reckon you did it and just forgot.
No, I didn't.
There's no other way it could have got together.
It's up, Ghosty. Poke the knitting needle in your ear too far, you won't have a live stream. Well, it's not a knitting needle. It's a regular unsharpened pencil.
She used a knitting needle for after GRS.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean like that? Now, it's just I had a little itch, and it was easier to grab the pencil. Who remembers the TV show Barney Miller? The Oriental fella. Great comedy one time. Unspoken, unsaid, and it was just one of them quick little shots. If you missed it, you wouldn't get it. The Oriental guy, they called out for Chinese food or something, and he's got the bucket and noodles. This is wonton something or a noodle. So he reaches in the Dutch drawer, and he ends up pulling out, looking around. He's got one chopstick. He has one chopstick. What do you do with one chopstick? So he's holding the one chopstick, looking around in his desk. He sees a pencil. He picks it up, a pencil and a chopstick, and he starts chowing down. But it's just that little bit of fast humor. It was funny. Just those little things like that I love. Okay, we've got 3 here speaking and enjoying themselves and having fun. Number 4, you used to be number 3 because Agro is number 4 that came in. I'm still waiting for the other one to say something. If you're worried and concerned and afraid, don't be. But it's people like you that aren't saying anything that make me wonder why I'm even doing this. I need the assistance.
They're not going to give it to you.
And if you don't give it to me...
They're too stubborn. You're stuck up.
I don't want to say you're stuck up.
I do.
She does. But I'm just trying to be really nice over this whole deal. If I was doing this to earn money, that ain't happening at all.
You'll be bankrupt.
My rupt would have been banked. And what was... Worst they can do is hunt you down and kill you. Yeah, I know. At least I'll know who it is before if they don't take me out from a hidden sniper shot, but walk
Come
right
and
up.
get her. She lives somewhere in Pennsylvania.
What? Oh yeah, where I live. Yeah, look in Pennsylvania. You'll find me there.
Yeah.
Fresno, Pennsylvania. Look it up.
Big.
Well, at least if they come up to me and do me face on, I'll know before I go who it was. Big dressing room sky. Oh, that was meant for the one not chatting. Yeah, the big dressing room in the sky. I like that. That's. I'm gonna have to remember that statement. No, I don't need to be nice. If you're not going to say anything, then we'll say it for you. We'll get up there and make it enjoyable for ourselves. If you can't have fun with this, what the bingo? Exactly my theory of life. If you can't have fun, what's the point? I gotta enjoy myself. I'm the one who, if you take me out to the mall, I'll start chatting with the mannequins. Yeah, right in public, in front of everybody. You know, many a time they want to put the net over me. Go right ahead, have fun. Free room and board. I don't care. I guess that was another thing that I enjoyed about being able to have the nerve to go out, if you would, is that acting. I've always enjoyed thespianism. Is that ever a word that I just made up?
How was that noise?
That was somebody calling the puppies.
Oh.
When it comes to on stage work, if there is a stage and a live mic, I will use it. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
I've seen that today.
And so what I used to help me get over my fear of discovery of coming out was, okay, I'm acting. And I think my next tour would be to the West Coast so I can ride past Phyliss and Steffi 10 or 12 times a day. You want to...
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Past our house. You can't even see our house. It's about half a mile from the road.
Yeah. Do it. If you did a Google Earth search of my house, you couldn't find it. Really, you wouldn't be able to. It'd be just like way too much problem. I'll give you all, write down get a pencil and paper out. Because you're going to need it. Yeah. As the English teacher I used to have in high school would walk into class and say, get out a piece of paper or something to write with. It would have a pop every morning. Why doesn't Google Earth want to open? Let me try that again. Hiding, are you? No, I'm not hiding. And it's not even a witness protection program.
I asked her if we could hide people.
Steffi, don't worry, Steffi, I have a 4x4. Good, you're going to need it. Trust me, you will need it.
Yeah, we got a 4x4 to get out of the driveway when it rains.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting a car out.
Ah.
The driveway consists of mud.
Yeah, it's
It's
and
uphill and it's mud.
it's uphill and muddy and slippery and slidey, and it's kind of like nasty sometimes to get up.
I don't want to say BIOS, didn't I? Save changes and exit.
All right, I'm working here. Hang on.
You know, it might boot up from the CD, hopefully.
And we're gonna try. Ah, there we go. Now it's lighting up. A little problem with. And I'm gonna give you some coordinates to work off of. All right, just for the fun of it. Okay. 37 degrees, 3 minutes, 5.16 seconds north. 119 degrees, 22 minutes, 22 minutes, and 03.43 minutes west. And then you look there exactly on that shows my house, and find me if you can. Trust me, it's a lot of fun finding me on that one.
It's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, that's Effie says, in the middle of nowhere. I see the stove behind you gives us a clue. Yeah, look for a house with a little wood stove. Super cab with a full cap, so I'm bringing my own sleeping quarters. Good for you. Dodge 2500, crew cab, 8-foot bed, full on 4x4. Crew cab and 8-foot bed, 157-inch wheelbase. More power. Oh, yeah. But if anybody does actually come out here for whatever the reason, I'm happy to have you. Have you as a guest. Steffi will have you, I'll have you as a guest. But then, that took a few seconds for you to catch that one. So if you want to be had by Steffi.
I've only had one person who came to stay. Almost had two, but I refused. Because he was a lawyer.
Oh, yeah. Who was the other one then? Well, not Krista. Oh, God. That shows a poor choice on your part.
Yeah.
You have one of the homes built into the side of the hill? Oh, you did do that. Good for you. Yes, I do. The trailer. There's one with a white roof on it.
A roof?
That's near like what looks like a garden area. We're the other one. 12 by 70 trailer.
Oh, we found us.
Very good, Agro. That was a sinful snicker, Steffi, yeah?
I go outside, lay down and moon.
Yeah, so if you could find out from that, if you now you know where we are, following those coordinates, you can find us. You zoom out a little, if you put an X on that and zoom out a little bit, and then you can see what kind of remoteness we have.
I don't flash at the sky, see what happens.
She says she's going to go flash at the sky.
Once I flashed in Walmart and see what had happened, nothing. Right, oh, that's no good.
3881 elevation for up in the for 3880 for elevation. So I'm up here. Right now I went up farther up the hill the other day, Sunday. There's snow at the 5,000 foot mark, a little above it. Nothing down here. But I figured, well, we were coming back from downtown, and I said, well, I'm going to go up there and take a look. Saw the white stuff. I said, okay, I've had my winter experience for the year. I'm done. Turned around and went back home. This stuff is still white. That's all I needed to know. Drone on the way, huh? Okay. We'll get ours out and intercept. Yeah, she built her own drone.
Built a couple of them. The third drone we built is in the bedroom. Do you remember the first one?
Yeah?
They decided to take a belly flop and land on the shed roof and end up in 3 million pieces.
Yeah.
The second one of the motors fell off.
Mm-hmm.
The one we bought, one of the motors fell off at about 50 feet. And the one we got now is, I've printed it up and it's been sat in the room since before we went to the UK. So
1,500 feet below the Great Salt Lake, yeah, which is high up, which is the lowest point for a huge area, yes. Denver, we're a little below the bottom step of Denver City Hall, which is precisely 5,280 feet above sea level. Little bit of trivia for anybody who was interested. Well, just when it was getting to be fun, time to wind it down. Wednesday I'll be here again, and that will leave, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Wednesday will be number 8 when it comes to what's left of the possibilities. Why would you live in a place with that much snow? I know. We don't get that much snow here. At worst...
It's weird. We don't get that much here, but you drive like 1 mile from here and you can have 2 feet when we got none.
Yeah, a mile up the road on the main highway, you're up at about 5,000, almost 6,000 foot, and you got gobs of snow, 2 feet deep. Most of the city's in a bowl, true. But it's given that idea of the mile-high city. Yeah. Roberto can tell you about snow. 3 years ago, we had that god-awful amount of snow, which is why I left. When I had snow piled 8 foot deep in my driveway, and at 15 or better below, 26 below, I'm gone. I'm out of here.
I went outside naked in 26 just so I could get a photo.
Aurora at 3610. Yeah?
It was about minus 15, I suppose, and I decided to go out and get a photo of a snowplow going past by standing right next to the road.
Yeah. Standing right next to the road as the snowplow go by. Saying to take a photo of the snowplow. You know what snowplow drivers do to people who stand on the side of the road?
They did.
Splash! He got her good. Okay, we're done for the night. Thank you for the attendance of those faithful who came to see me, and I appreciate it. Really, I do. I'm being very serious. I really appreciate when I have people here, that I'm not talking and flapping my gums for no reason at all, wondering if anybody's even listening. 5610. Oh, you were right up there. Good. We're going to call it off because my hour is up. Thank you ever so kindly for every bit you've been here. I truly appreciate it, as always. And we'll catch you on this coming Wednesday. Good night.